What's up, guys? It's me, Amuraha here. No, I'm kidding. It's Morpho. And today, I decided to do kind of a techie video. A little bit different. A little bit out there, some might say. Because I want to talk to you about something that literally no one is talking about. So, there's been a lot of hubbub at the moment. There's been a lot of games coming out, and they aren't looking too good. They're releasing in really poor states, and it's not a fun time. Really bad gaming experience across the board. Not good. Don't like it. But there's a glimmer of hope among the abundance of depression and sadness, and that is remote play. Now, I've been using remote play for over a year, and remote play, it might just be the best thing that I've ever used, ever. And the reason I am making this video is not really to talk about the state of video games so much as to talk about the state of video games for me and how I am choosing to experience my games. Because, again, literally no one is talking about this. Not even Linus Tech Tips is talking about this. Hi, Linus. So, basically, the way that I've chosen to experience my games as of lately is, as I just said, through remote play. But there's a little addition to that. I'm also using remote play on my Mac. And plot twist, this entire video is recorded on my Mac. And the reason I wanted to do this video, and why I planned a video like this for quite some time, is because I need to stress that part. Because when I say that, not a lot of people believe it. Yes, I can play Genshin on my Mac thanks to the power of remote play. And that's not even the tip of that iceberg. Because you see, not only can I play Genshin Impact on my game library from PlayStation on my Mac, but in addition to that, I can also take the accessibility setting that I used to have on my regular console, and I can use that on my Mac. Very small thing, very big difference. Because you see, years ago, if I had to try something like that, there was a little bit of an issue with video game remote play and the way that it worked. You see, when I initially tried to do this, it would register that the box was ticked in PlayStation to allow for custom controls in games, but they just wouldn't work unless the game had accessibility setting in there from the get-go, like Cuphead, like Genshin Impact. But now, what they've done is they've gone and put accessibility into the app so that when I'm on the computer, I can play Overwatch, I can play Genshin Impact, and I can play it to my heart's content without fear of getting sore hands or the myriad of other problems that happen because I'm disabled and I get carpal tunnel sometimes.
Come a little closer.
So there is one other reason I wanted to make this video as well. Not only am I using remote play when I use remote play to play PlayStation, I am also doing a bit of kind of technical wizardry and using the browser. It's very new, Opera GX. Some people may have seen Angry Joe talk about this. It's been kinda making waves very slowly and very surely. But what Opera GX allows me to do is effectively what the PlayStation 5 has only just started being able to do. And that is watch videos while I'm gaming. And it allows me also to bypass a lot of the issues that I have when I'm on a console in general. For one, I can use Discord, I can use Spotify, I can use Skype, but who uses Skype? I can use all manner of different things. YouTube, all from the comfort of my laptop, no lag whatsoever. And GX even takes care of the internet speeds, so I know roughly how much is going into things, and if I feel like it, even though I have unlimited broadband, I can limit what data goes where, so that certain sites aren't clogging up my speeds and slowing down my experience. It's the ultimate gaming experience, in my opinion. And that's not even considering the fact that it makes everything that is available on the Sony library available to play on a Mac. Like, what's not to love about that? I can play Horizon Zero Dawn on a Mac. I can play Crash Bandicoot on a Mac. I can play Spyro on a Mac. I can play Genshin Impact on a Mac. You know, there is literally nothing I can't play on a Mac if it's something that is on the PlayStation library and available in the New Zealand PlayStation store. And that's pretty cool. And it gets even better if I use a US account. I can play games from the US. But I'll tell you why I don't do that. I did have an issue where I bought games in the US, and the problem with that is because of their weird DRM kind of situation, and you owning the game but not owning the game in a lot of cases, it meant that I paid for DLC, which I wasn't allowed to download, which was a very painful experience. Eventually, I bought the game for myself, and that brings me on to the next thing that I'm able to do, which is ePal. Now, this second half of the video is something that I'm sure a lot of people have wondered about. It's been in my bio on Twitter, and it's been in my bio on Instagram for a while now. What is ePal, and what can you do with it? Well, EPAL is kind of like a thing where you pay for gamers and they get to experience games with you. Usually I go on there, entertain people, chat with them, things like that. It's great. Sometimes you make money, sometimes you don't. In COVID times, it's been very supportive. And with remote play, what I'm able to do is if I go into Discord, I can stream what I'm playing to the people in Discord so they can actually see what I'm doing. That's freaking cool.
Rise.
And it doesn't end there. Like, if I grab OBS and I download OBS, I can hook that up with remote play and I can play all the games that I play for Facebook.
Oh,
And Facebook
opening
can
box
watch
of
me
a dead
play
Nitrix.
Genshin. You know? Little things like that are the chef's kiss on top
Go.
of the mountain of things that make remote play worth it. Now, I mentioned I have a disability. I don't like to talk about that, but I'm gonna just go on record for saying accessibility, it's important to me.
Faster.
And when a game allows me to do what I want to do, I think that's pretty sweet.
Faster.
You know,
Faster.
I've been playing video games for a very long time. I've always been very PlayStation centric, and I try not to be biased. I try to look into the PC experience from time to time, and this remote play thing, it's the perfect marriage between the two.
Fast go. Wow.
You know, when someone comes into the chat, into the comments, and says PC Master Race in my PlayStation videos, I get to go back at them and say Remote Play Master Race. Because remote play, that shit's the way of the future. And I genuinely believe that. Which brings me to something else that actually happened quite recently. As of the making of this video, more information could come out about this. But Sony recently cut access to PlayStation Store on the PS3, PSP, and PS Vita. And that's pretty crazy. However, a lot of those Vita games, they have made available through remote play, I think. So as long as you have Vita games, you can enjoy them. I like that. There is, you know, some compatibility errors between different generations of console, and some games do not transfer over to the PS4, but for the most part, I'm really glad that I discovered remote play, and I'm really glad that I combined it with Ultra GX, because my goodness, I wish accessibility had been like this when I was a kid. You know, accessibility in video games back in the day was not a thing. So if there was a game that was too difficult, like say Crash Bandicoot, for example, you just stopped playing it. And that was it. You went on, you played another game. And if you did well at that, got stuck at any point in time, you left that and played another game. And you mixed it up. Now, because of remote play, because of accessibility features on remote play, I can experience my games when I want, where I want, how I want. And that, to me, is really cool. Also, I can stream on Twitch this way. You know, so what's not to love? And like I said, no tech channel around is talking about how good this is. Now, yes, admittedly, I gotta be honest, you have to have a good connection for any of this to work. Thankfully, because I have unlimited fiber, I'm all good to go. But there's only room to improve. And I gotta be honest with you, if accessibility keeps making games easier for people that have difficulty with games in general, that's a plus for me. You know, and really, essentially, at the end of the day, it's gonna reach a point, I'm telling you, I'm calling it here first, it's gonna reach a point where what you game on is really just a preference. And I think that's really nice, you know? That's the way shit should be. You know, I shouldn't have to feel like I'm forced to play one console or another, or one system or another, just to experience the games that I want to experience. Like, I should just be able to play what I want, when I want, where I want. And I like that. So Sony, I want to thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for actually deciding to do what I told you to do in a review on the Remote Play app itself, because my goodness, you made someone incredibly happy when I got the update for Remote Play that enabled that feature. I mean, I knew it had to be coming, I knew they had to be working on something like that already, so I can't completely take full responsibility for that being my fault, but the fact that they actually went through and did that, you know, it brings a tear to my eye. That's really beautiful, and I'm glad that disabled people like myself can experience our games as we intend to experience them. And I hope through this video, if you own a Mac, even if you own a computer and you want to play PlayStation games, that you maybe get cottoned on to doing this as well, because it's a really good idea. And I'm telling you, with that Opera GX, it is perfection. Anyway, that should have been my discussion. I'll be back with a Hypnozone episode very soon. Peace out.